Halloween isn't just for kids. We are doing spooky season the grown-up way with entertaining and decor stylist Gregory Fast. Gregory, thank you so much for being here today and bringing this incredible display.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, we know Halloween's tomorrow,
Yes.
so let's talk about how we can create, more elevated style for home.
It's not just for kids, like you said, and I love hosting this time of year and really any excuse to do so. So Halloween's perfect. It's on a Friday this year, which I love. Might trickle over into the weekend, maybe a Saturday dinner party. So I want to talk about a few things on how we're going to elevate that and sort of make it a little bit more mature. We're not going with super tacky, little kitschy decor items.
Yeah.
I like the color palette. We're going with sort of these burgundy maroons. I've got some jewel tones like the purple in here as well. And then I've just elevated with some nice details like long tapered candles. We've got some great pumpkins. I have these little lanterns as well with the cat eyes. And so we're not going overboard on sort of that kind of tacky thing.
Yeah, because there's not even really big orange or other kinds of colors that you associate with Halloween.
It's a little unexpected, which I loved.
Yeah.
It's still very moody and romantic. So
it's giving Wednesday Addams vibes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so when we have people coming over tomorrow, maybe the weekend, we might want to serve them a little something, a little canapes. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so to kick off a meal, I always love having a great tray of snacks out. I like using my canapes and serving pieces as part of the decor as well. So I've pulled out all my great silver serving trays. I think that's perfect for this type of event. And then we've just plated things up here. So what I love about the food is I want contrast. So we've done really great cheese board, cheese and olives on a black dish here. And then I've got, smoked salmon on pumpernickel little wheels there. I've done black olive tapenade, and then I got these great those sweet little peppers on top, and nice contrast there. And of course, we've got pears wrapped with prosciutto as well. So these are just easy, really nice snacks, but sort of lend themselves to the theme as well.
How do you suggest they're displayed? Because, obviously you have them set out here, but it also looks like they're very intentionally placed. They're almost, giving sample sizes rather than maybe pulling out a bowl of chips, which isn't wrong, but, it just has that elevation to it.
Absolutely. I like to make things sort of grab and go. So rather than having a big grazing board, I like to just have these things sort of, you can pre-do a lot of them, but have them plated up that guests can just easily grab something and take it away and maybe grab one or two on a little side dish.
And it's a great way, pears, for example, it's a good way to just add in that different element. It's definitely the season for apples and pears and using that all in.
Yes.
So when we talk about having these parties, obviously there's going to be some drinking going on. It does fall on a Friday, which is so perfect. Yeah. What's some of the things we should keep in mind for maybe having on tap?
On our bar, so I'm using some smoked glassware, if you can see here, which I love, and sort of vintage crystal as well. I like welcoming our guests with a cocktail. So I've done a New York with a red wine float. So this is, I'm using a Canadian whiskey, barn burner whiskey from Maverick. And so it's about 2 ounces of that. We're doing about an ounce of lemon juice and then a little bit of simple syrup as well. I've done it in my shaker and we're just pouring it over ice. We'll just top that there.
Oh, fabulous.
And then for a red wine float, see if I can do this on air. You want to use the back of a spoon and just any red wine that you really love.
And you just pour it over top.
And you're just pouring it over top. So this is just going to kind of slow how it goes into the drink. And it just sits right on top there, which I love. And it kind of gives that spooky kind of moodiness to it as well. So
that's so fun.
It's super delicious. It looks really impressive as well. Your guests are really going to enjoy that. It's kind of got that.
Are you making this to order or is this like a batch?
You know what? I'll usually do the first drink to order for all my guests, and then from there I'll make it a little bit more of a self-serve bar.
Free for all.
If someone asks for another one, of course, I will never deny.
How can people start maybe prepping in advance if there's some things they can maybe start today and head tomorrow?
Absolutely. So all this great produce and that came from Fortino's in Waterdown. So they have everything that you need at your fingertips. Highly recommend checking out all their fresh produce. They still have great pumpkins and things like that as well. If you're tight on your timeline, they also have a great catering department. So it can save the day for you, from the penne fresco menus there. So I think that's a great stopping point if you're looking to still host for tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's such great ideas. And also the glassware itself definitely lends that little flair too, to have, that gold on the top. And I'm a huge fan of a nice, long, thin stemmed glass.
Me as well.
You want that for sure.
It's super elegant.
Gregory Fast, thank you very much for being here today and giving us these different ways to elevate our Halloween experience for tomorrow or this weekend. We'll have all these details on our website at chch.com/morninglive. Happy Halloween.